Okay, hey there. We are having an impromptu meeting of the kings and queens of the asylum based on a rumor that I've heard. Now, it's just a rumor. It might not be true at all, but I was told that Roman Reigns, they have this plan in the WWE. What they're going to do is they're going to keep Roman Reigns off TV in all the cities that would boo him majorly. And so they'll protect his image. So, like, they will have him on TV in Nashville because Nashville, uh, they're like very pro WWE and Cena and stuff like that. So he'll probably be okay there. But like cities like New York, Chicago, any other places that booed his ass, maybe even Pittsburgh, um, they're going to keep him off TV. That is the rumor, and it may not be true at all, or maybe they're just talking about it and they're going to change their mind. I haven't checked any sources. I just heard this from a friend of mine. I'll have to ask him a little bit more about it, but I wouldn't put it past the WWE, and I wanted to talk to you about what you thought, if indeed this was true.
Well, I know that they are coming to Philly like March 20th, 21st. Um, I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter what they do, but he's still not going to be over, so I don't know, it's just a waste of time.
Why can't they just get it through their heads that, that's the wrong choice? What they're doing is the wrong choice. I mean, if they have to, if this is true, and they have to keep him off TV where they think he would be booed, he's not the right person to push to be the face of the company at this point.
Exactly.
It all comes down, they obviously Vince doesn't necessarily care because nobody likes Cena. They still push his ass to the moon and do whatever they got to do to protect him. So I guess that's where the comparison comes in.
I just feel like, though, that they're showing their hatred more of Reigns than they are of Cena lately.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I have nothing against Reigns as a person. I feel this is all Vince McMahon's fault.
I mean, if that's true, then I mean, I find it to be very stupid. Like you said, like if you've got to do that, then he's not the right person. But obviously, they don't really give two shits. So, and then it goes to say with their dumbass fans, like they don't give a fuck about you and who you like. So, but they, the fans still support it regardless. So. WWE do have some dumbass fans though, like they're really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I don't like Reigns at all. I don't even watch the product, but I don't like him. He's just boring to me. He's not. I don't think he's that great of a wrestler. Like even if he wasn't that great, he can somehow be like very entertaining, but he's just not. Like he's very boring. So obviously he's just not the right guy. Like pick someone who's over. Like Daniel Bryan was over, but he wasn't the guy, and he's retired. But someone to at least to that stature of a Daniel Bryan to be your guy. I don't even understand why it's just a guy. Why can't it be a couple of guys? But like it's just Reigns is just not it. So I feel like they just need to give it up. Like please, just give it up.
Exactly.
It needs to be multiple guys, but they're probably doing that because some people are of the opinion that Reigns does, or not Reigns, that Ambrose won't sell shit. That's one of the reasons why he's not the top guy, and I'm just gonna let you guys take that from there, because that's a load of bullshit.
Boy. Oh
Well,
boy.
that's baloney because look what Reigns is doing. He's not selling shit. Like he sit there and laugh and giggle and I feel Ambrose would be the perfect guy, but he ain't shit. Well, they're treating him like he ain't shit. That's what I mean.
Well, I'll put it like this: if he was that good, they wouldn't protect him as much. They wouldn't protect him like try their hardest to get him over. When no matter what, if he wins the championship, then what? He's gonna get the same shit that he's been getting for a while now, or not even a while, for the past 2 years now. Same with John Cena. And like, if you wanted somebody, get somebody who the fans, who universally like him, from hardcore wrestling fans, casual fans. If they all like a person, go with that person instead. All right. I'm tired of people that are not as over, who are not like as entertaining as other people, but you go with them instead.
I want to welcome our new person, by the way. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. How's it going, guys?
It's going pretty good. We're complaining about the rumor that we heard about Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand him leaving with the belt at WrestleMania is a huge, huge disappointment, especially because I'm going to the show and I spent all that money. It's going to be a big disappointment if he leaves with the title.
Oh, it's happening.
It sucks. It's terrible. The fans don't want it. Nobody wants it.
I wish Cesaro was in this spot.
Anybody who the fans care about. It sucks.
Did you hear what we were saying earlier before you came in? We were saying about the rumor. Have you heard that rumor that we're talking about, or do you want me to tell you what it is?
No, go ahead. No, I haven't heard it.
Okay, and this is not substantiated. I heard it from a friend. We're just talking about if it is true. He said that he heard that WWE is keeping Reigns off of TV in cities that boo him. And he's only going to be on TV in cities that support everything the WWE does, like Nashville. That's the rumor.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, you can run, but you can't hide from the fans. I mean, look at John Cena. All these years. You can't protect him forever. You either got to find a way to get him over, or revamp his character and turn him heel and make the people care about him. Just an opinion.
Yeah, they're stubborn.
They never booed him when he was in the Shield. They thought he was pretty awesome when he was in the Shield.
But as soon as WWE started saying, nope, this is our guy, this is who you will like, he is the best, we don't care about any other wrestlers, it's just him, they did Reigns in. That's when everybody started hating him. And
then the Cena effect. Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns for 12 years, be the top guy. It's the Cena effect, I think.
Yeah, that's right. That could be true, but here's what I'm worried about, and I want to get your opinion on this. It should be a big clue to them that people are cheering Triple H when Triple H beats up their face, okay? That should be a big clue. But I think it's going to backfire, and now they're going to be like, see, we need Triple H. Triple H is the guy. We got to have Triple H involved in everything because that's the only thing that's going to save us. I'm worried that's what's going to happen now.
I don't know. Triple H kind of, he kind of plays it up as the baby face, as the thing. Like, when he does his DX chops and stuff. Like, even when Cena fought Triple H at WrestleMania 22, Triple H was kind of playing it up as the baby face. And they were, it's weird with Triple H. It's like, as hard as he wants to be a bad guy, he goes out there and he kind of acts like a good guy. I don't know. It's weird with Triple H. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he'll just retain the title at WrestleMania. That'd probably be the best move.
I mean, either way.
I don't know. I'd rather have Triple H as champion than Roman Reigns. Just my opinion.
God, I think it's just ridiculous that he's even a champion in 2016. Like, this is.
All right, well, let's bring RVD back for Extreme Rules, and then he can bury Triple H just like Triple H buried him years ago.
Yeah, but Rob Van Dam got in trouble on that. That's why they took the strap off him.
Smoking marijuana.
He got busted. I mean,
yeah, because that's the worst thing in the world. Cigarettes are worse than that, dumbasses. I fucking hate that company. They're idiots.
Yeah, I think WWE looked at it when Rob Van Dam got in trouble. They looked at it like, well, we can't have this guy representing our company as champion, when he got in trouble, so they pulled the strap off him.
Yeah, even though generations ago, Vincent Hogan, I'm sure they were snorting cocaine and shit.
Oh, yeah, that was the 80s, though, man. They all did it. It's a different time. That was the Wild West in wrestling.
I'm sorry, but that reminds me of that line in Deadpool. Have you seen Deadpool yet, Vincent?
No. Somebody posted up on Facebook. Somebody pirated it from the movie. But I felt too bad. I didn't watch it. I had a chance to watch it. Somebody just pirated it, but I was like, fuck. I felt too bad. I'm not going to watch this.
Yeah, I paid for it too. But there was a line in it where somebody goes, God, I miss cocaine. I wonder if those wrestlers are saying that, God, we miss cocaine.
Yeah, it was the Wild West, man. Back in the days in the 80s, they were all on. They didn't know the effects, There wasn't study, there wasn't research. It was the generation of the time, It wasn't just pop culture. It was, everybody. That was just life, Like that. What's that movie with Christian Bale, American Psycho? That kind of tells it all about what life was like back then.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
It was intense.
Yeah, the uncaring society, where all you care about is self-indulgence.
These guys didn't know, though, steroids, cocaine. I mean, they didn't know the effect. They didn't know they were going to die in their early 40s from it all, which most of them have. The guys kind of wised up now because they know the effects. But back then, they didn't know. It was brand new,
Yeah. They didn't know that, like that guy on South Park says, drugs are bad, okay? They didn't know that. You know who I'm talking about. Is it Mr. Mackey that talks like that?
Yeah, okay, alright, so, drugs are bad, okay?
Okay. Well, you know what, too? I don't think the steroids help. I know a lot of people feel like, nothing wrong with steroids, but I do feel like the wrestlers kind of abuse the steroids a bit, and that doesn't help either.
Oh, big time. It speeds up your heart, and then your heart explodes on you, and it's cost a lot of wrestlers their lives. It's just too much in your system. I mean, these guys were in good shape. Look at guys like Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect, and they were all really, really good physical shape. It's just their insides weren't in good shape. So it's sad. It's sad. That's like the dark cloud that they don't talk about, but it's happened. They've had so many wrestlers die from all the bullshit that they did back in the day. It's really sad.
And
I know they're bad, but if you cycle them right, if you have like a professional and you cycle them right, it shouldn't, like the way they were taking them back in the day. Like Hogan, he didn't cycle that at all. Like if you saw, especially what he looks like now. I mean, I know he's old, but that dude did not cycle those well. That's what you're originally supposed to do if you take PEDs. Is you're supposed to get on like if you take HGH, you're supposed to cycle it. You're not supposed to, or like TRT, you're not supposed to just take a fuck ton of it and then just stop, and then take a fuck ton of it and stop. Like you have to be on an actual cycle for a few months and then go off, and like you have to regulate it right when you're off and work out regularly and stuff to be able to keep your form, because if not, you're going to go back to looking really flabby and it looks really disgusting.
Chris Jericho.
No, he's just fat.
Fat.
Yeah, he lost his build big time. He's got them saggy boobies now,
Saggy boobies.
Every time he tries to do the lion salt, his tits smack him in the face.
He's still, he doesn't have as much of a build, but he can still bring it in the ring. Like if they give him a half-hour at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that dude still gets in there and just fucking savage in the ring. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, like the Royal Rumble this year, man. He probably worked harder in the Royal Rumble match than anybody this year. He worked really hard. He was in there like 45, 50 minutes, something like that this year.
That
After things he
DDP, that
said, it's
DDP
hard for me to
yoga.
respect anything he does, though. I hate to say that, but he kind of just turned me off with some of the things that he said.
After the DDP, after he started getting on DDP yoga, though, he's been doing pretty well. I feel like a lot of the guys that are on that, it really did rejuvenate like their career and stuff. Because like Rob Van Dam, he's always been flexible, but I know his body fucking hurts like a motherfucker. But he started getting on it, and I've seen a couple of things he's done since he's left. 2 years ago? Since then, and he's looking a lot better. He's looking a lot more fit and athletic. He almost reminds me of him in Prime, but you're not going to get the Prime RVD just because you're not going to have fucking him jumping from rope to rope with a fucking chair or anything.
Oh crap! I thought you were talking about Chris Jericho. That's why I said that I lost.
No, I'm talking about Jericho too. He's on DDP yoga. He's that's the only reason why he's in there moving around like he does and still able to put on at least decent matches.
Gemini, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Is this true? Because like Will might have been just joking around and like trolling everybody for fun, but I saw him put on on Facebook one time that the Wyatts were going to face the New Day at WrestleMania. Do you know if that's true or he was just messing around?
Wyatts, I don't know. To me, I don't think it's true. I think you'll probably see the Wyatts probably do another worthless six-man tag versus Big Show, Kane, and Ryback. That'd probably be. I don't think they're going to do much with the Wyatts. I don't know. WWE isn't. The Wyatts are hit and miss. They'll be hot for a while and then they'll be cold for a while. I don't know. I doubt it. I probably New Day will probably defend against. I don't know who New Day's going to defend against. It'll probably be early in the show. The match will probably be quick. I'm not sure. I doubt it. I don't think the Wyatts will go against New. It'll be interesting, if they do it. But we'll see. I doubt it.
Fuck playing shit,
I
man.
hope you're right. I would not like that at all.
Well, we'll see. I kind of wish that they would announce most of the matches. We got 2 matches, but I wish they would just get it out there, and then that way we can know what the card's going to be for the next month. It's like a big secret. It's like they want to hide the card. I wish they would just get it over with and, announce the card already.
Do you think they're hiding the card because they don't know what the card is yet, or they're figuring we'll just put it on them last minute when it's too late and we already made the ticket sales?
Well, I heard it was because they're trying to keep the bettors off their case, so they're hiding the matches so they can keep the betting odds down because they don't want people betting on the matches. I didn't know that was true, but people actually are like laying like heavy bets on Roman Reigns to walk away with the title. WWE is not really into that.
Okay.
And it's crazy. I mean, bet on pro wrestling. I mean, Mean Gene Okerlund back in the day, he used to talk about the Las Vegas odds, but I always thought he was just making shit up. But it's actually realistic. People are actually putting their hard-earned money on Roman Reigns to freaking win the title. So it's getting like serious with the bettors. So that's why I think they're keeping the card secret.
And it's
I'm
probably
not gonna lie, getting into the wrestling business. Sorry, go ahead, Kat.
They're probably betting on him because they know that that's who Vince McMahon wants to win, and they figure, hey, I'm going to make some money on it.
Yeah, no kidding. So they're kind of taking advantage of Vince being out of touch with what the fans want, because there's 100,000 people in Dallas who do not want to see Roman Reigns leave with the title. They killed it already. They killed it because earlier in the year, Roman Reigns won the title, had his big moment, blah, blah, blah. But now how do you top that, what they already did with the guy? So it's like they did it. So they ruined that surprise. So it's like not really a surprise anymore. Reigns is just too nice. He needs to get nasty, get dirty. Quit worried about being Dean Ambrose's friend. Quit smiling and shaking hands and get down and get dirty and quit being such a nice guy in there. That's why the fans aren't buying into him. It's just too nice.
I'm not sure if that's why they aren't buying into him, but I do agree with something there that you were saying. Maybe he should be a heel.
I think so too.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter what we think. It's up to Vince in the end, and he's just
I know. Exactly. It
You
doesn't
know,
matter what we think
Your
at all.
guys' opinions matter more than I do because I'm an indie mark.
Me too.
Well, as much as I find it weird that people do bets on pro wrestling, that's pretty smart, especially when it's WrestleMania is pretty predictable. People who's gonna walk out as the champion. And speaking of bets, I want two bets that I made with certain somebody. Still hasn't changed their avatar. Still hasn't lived up to the bet, and it shows how predictable how uh, how predictable WWE is.
Honestly, it's not a bad market to get in if you're going to bet on pro wrestling because if you can see how they're booking it and you've paid attention to it for years like we all have, it's not hard to tell who they're running with. So there's a potential that you could walk out there with a buku fucking load of money. I'd bet on it.
I will tell you this 100%. If they do a swerve, which they won't do, but if they have Ambrose win that belt, I will mark out like no tomorrow. I'm the biggest mark you have ever seen. I will outdo all markouts everywhere.
yeah, if he can stand after the beating that Brock Lesnar's going to give him, I mean, Brock Lesnar's going to kill him. That's a huge mismatch. As entertaining as it is, man, he's going to get his ass whooped in that match.
But he's like the little engine that could, though. I mean,
Oh, he's tough.
he can
He's
take
used
a
to
lot of
hardcore.
shit.
I mean, he comes from a hardcore background. I mean, he'll be fine. It's just, man, that's going to be a fun match. I think I'm looking forward to Ambrose and Lesnar more than I am Reigns and Triple H.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hear you. But I'll tell you what, though, seriously, it'll be like a high for me. If Ambrose wins that belt, it'll be like I'm high. That'll be incredible. I'll have a celebration video.
I think that'll be the difference between WrestleMania being a good show in the fans' eyes and not such a good show. If Reigns leaves with the belt, I think everyone's going to leave with a bad taste in their mouth. That's why they gave Seth Rollins the belt last year, so people didn't leave WrestleMania pissed off.
Hey, so you have a huge collection of WWE DVDs.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Probably some of the older stuff when I used to really be into it. I'd say probably like late 90s, early 2000s, probably the DVDs I watched the most. Nothing too much recent, but I like WWE in like 2000, 2001. That's probably my favorite time. So probably DVDs I watched the most. That hobby. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying that hobby just kind of started. I started doing that when I was just a young kid, recording everything I could on TV back when wrestling was really good. And then they busted out the DVDs in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And then, you get on YouTube and you get around a bunch of other wrestling fans. They start sending you stuff and talking about DVDs with you. And then the collection just blew up to huge proportions. A lot of junk, a lot of posters and video games and board games and all kinds of stuff.
That's neat, though, that you collect that stuff.
Yeah,
but I can see why you're getting out of it. I mean, the way wrestling is what it's turning into.
Well, they're going to get away from DVDs at the end of the year anyways. So I heard that we're not even going to see wrestling DVDs by the end of the year anyways. They're not making money on it, so they're just going to do away with it. So might be like the last year or 2 years that they even release the DVDs. It was the it thing. It was the cool thing in wrestling, but things changed. They brought the network out. They made it a lot more affordable. They a lot quicker, a lot easier access for fans, and it's just a lot easier than going out and collecting DVDs. Just a lot easier for everybody.
Do you have the video evolution of a Predator?
Oh, the Randy Orton one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. That's actually a really good DVD too.
Yes, it is. I have it. It's fantastic.
That's really good because it gives you a different look at Randy Orton. Most people look at Orton and just think he's an asshole, but it gives you a different look at him behind the scenes.
Have you guys seen the ECW one?
Well, wait a minute though. Before you talk about that, I wanted to ask him what he thought of that backlash match between Orton and Cactus Jack.
I thought Foley protected him very well. I thought that at any time Foley could have hurt him really bad, but Foley, being the gentleman that he was, he did the job for Orton, up and coming star. It was a tremendous match. It was outstanding. It was like probably the best match at Backlash 2004. But yeah, I thought Foley protected him. I thought Foley protected all those guys. I thought Foley protected Edge at WrestleMania 22. I thought he could have hurt Edge really bad. I thought he took it easy on Edge. I thought he took it easy on Orton because I had seen, a lot of Foley's work over in Japan where he didn't take it easy, and he could have hurt Orton at any time he wanted to. But Foley did business. Foley took care of him and protected him. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for Foley for doing that. I have a lot of respect for that match.
It was a good match. It was a really good, entertaining match. And that was when you could tolerate Lawler too. The things Lawler was saying were hilarious during that match.
Oh yeah, well they let Lawler go back then. They didn't give him a thing on TV where you could say this and you could say that. They didn't water down the announcers. The announcers back then could put emotion and passion in the matches and get the fans emotionally invested. And they don't do that anymore. Like Byron Saxton, I'm sure he could be a hell of a cool announcer, but they water him down big time. They don't let him talk.
It's true. Deb, you wanted to ask him a question? Deb?
Real quick on the announcers, the one that I want to see at the lead right now is Mara Nalla because he actually did the New Japan announcing with Josh Barnett. He actually called the product, so give me that dude. But I was just seeing if you guys had seen like the unreleased stuff, like the unreleased matches from ECW that WWE did, because they showed some really good matches on there. It's like a 3-disc DVD. It's a really good one. I like my favorite one is Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome. I was like, holy fuck.
1999 when they were doing all the table spots, the power bombs, and the fire.
Yeah, they were fucking each other up.
It was awesome, dude. I mean, you'll never see a time like that in wrestling again unless you go out and you watch some independent promotions or watch some stuff without such restrictions. But yeah, Masato Tanaka and Mike Awesome, the matches were ridiculous. Like it's hard to explain, but yeah, that was a really great time in wrestling.
Sure was.
You'll never see it like that again. Just too much restrictions, too much fear on WWE's part of lawsuits and stuff, and giving kids nightmares and whatever else they're thinking to really let it go. But I heard WWE is going to be running a more cutting-edge program coming up through WrestleMania, which was an indication when Vince dropped the F-bomb. So we might see a more edgy product for a little while.
Is that what he said on Raw?
Yeah, he said he was going to give him a fucking beating, but they blurred the fucking
But they blurred it out, yeah.
I wish I would have let it go.
Did he say a fucking beating, or he said he's going to make him go back to the office and get a good fucking? Yeah!
See, he said fucking beating, but that 7-second delay, but that was cool, when Shane came back, that was a cool deal. It got the wrestling fans all excited.
Well, the blood could have been excited too, except that they didn't cover up the throwing of the tubes very well.
Oh yeah, when Saxton passed in the capsule or whatever it was.
You could see it. Like I went back and I watched it and I fucking saw it. By the way, the New Day's not edgy. Get them off my TV. That's not an edgy product. They're just fucking queers. Get them the fuck away from my TV. I want to see that shit.
Fuck the New Day.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Kat. And hey, everybody that's on the Hangout.
Gemini, this is Gemini. Gemini, this is Paul.
Nice to meet you, man.
What's up, Gemini?
Not a damn thing, just bullshitting about some wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But when it comes to wrestling, the way things are lately, I mean, WWE is just not the company it used to be for me anymore. I mean, I still watch it because there may be the occasional wrestler on there that I do like seeing, but nowadays I got to go elsewhere just to get the kind of wrestling fix I want these days. But, what did I miss, guys?
we were just talking about the Roman Reigns rumor that I heard. And I don't know if it's true. It's not substantiated. It might not be true. But a friend of mine was telling me that he heard that they're going to protect Roman Reigns' reputation in this way. Whenever he's in cities like Philadelphia, Chicago, New York, places that would boo him, they're going to keep him off TV. But like they'll put him on like in Nashville and other places where they're like pro WWE and they'll just go with anything. They'll put him on TV there, but not the places where he'll get booed. That's the rumor.
They don't like the fact that the truth hurts and people can't stand this fucking guy.
Like I said earlier, if he was that good, that they wouldn't protect him as much.
Exactly.
Cat, excluding you and Vince, if you're from the South, no, I know where everyone else is from, but excluding you, Cat, and Vince, if you're from the South, no offense, but that's where they like people like Cena and Reigns is down in the South because they fucking buy into it and shit like that. No offense to people in the South, I'm just saying, holy fuck.
No, I hear you.
I can tell you that when it comes to WrestleMania this year in Dallas, when you get, like, I don't know, whatever it's going to be, 80, 90,000 people drunk off their ass, cowboys who have been watching WWE and watching Triple H for 20 years, Reigns has no chance of being over with that crowd. They're going to boo his ass in Texas like there's no tomorrow.
I'd rather watch the drunk fans have a match. That'd be more entertaining.
There's going to be 100,000 people there. You're going to see all kinds of fights all over that place, man. I mean, it's just people are going to get drunk. It's a 4-hour show. You get there 2 hours.
I might order WrestleMania 32 just to see people starting fist fights in the audience.
Shit, dude, I'll be there, man. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a great show just to be around Dallas and Von Erich country and all that cool stuff that happened in Dallas where JFK got shot and go see Dealey Plaza and all that. It's gonna be a fun experience.
Forget the fabulous Freebirds.
Yeah, rumor is they're getting inducted and Kevin Von Erich is gonna induct them, so it's pretty sweet.
That town's got a lot of history.
It
Where
does,
are you
you know.
sitting at Mania?
I'm in 304, row 5. It's kind of a weird seat. It's kind of down by the ramp, so I'm gonna be kind of down towards the ramp. So I mean, I don't do signs or anything like that, but I'm gonna, you know, when I see that camera, I'll be waving my arms and shit, trying to get on TV. So.
Hey, you might see.
I don't know if anyone does signs anymore. I mean, they used to do the signs at the shows. I doubt they do it anymore. I haven't been to a show in a while. So.
Well,
I just want to watch it because I've never seen it before.
Yeah, you might see Angry Mark at WrestleMania.
There's a bunch of. I'm going with a bunch of other YouTube guys, Stevie Breach and, you know, freaking yeah, and all those guys are going to be there. We're all staying downtown. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm really looking forward to getting a break from work and everything, and just letting it go and just marking out for. And we're gonna go to Evolve too on Saturday. That's my first live independent show I've ever seen.
Oh, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party. You know, it's gonna be a big party.
Hey, Mike.
Cool.
Yeah, what's up, Kev?
I think his mic's off.
Oh,
Who, mine?
No, Mike.
Mike, you there?
Mike, your mic is muted.
I get it. Okay.
What?
Hello.
Christian, what do you get?
He said, Mike, your mic is muted.
Oh.
Damn, did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't realize it.
Just, you know what, be careful. Don't get beat up while you're there by any drunk cowboys.
Yeah, I'm not too. Hopefully, I think most of the people there will be just probably there for wrestling and not YWC drama. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna spend all that money on that trip, I don't think you're gonna be worried about no YouTube nonsense.
That's true.
So I mean, there might be some idiots there, but you know what? We're gonna be having so much fun. I don't think we're gonna be worried about no YouTube garbage. That's what it is too. There's a bunch of garbage on there. I hate it these days.
I know. I hear you. Good God.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you
Nothing
think?
but
What do you think about people like this guy that threw beer on Roman Reigns?
I think that if it was 20 years ago, Roman Reigns would have just took him outside in the parking lot, whooped the shit out of him. I don't respect wrestling fans like that. It's like, why spend your money? Why go to the show just to start being an asshole and throwing beer on the wrestlers? Why not just enjoy the show and just be
Right.
cool and be respectful? It doesn't make sense to me.
I guess
Right.
I don't.
some people just take wrestling a little too far. You know, there are some people that's like that.
Yeah, like I said 20 years ago, if there was a wrestler and he, ran in the ring, then the security would hold him for the wrestlers, and then the wrestlers would get a hold of him back behind the building, and they would just.
Yeah, he would have got dogpiled and had his shit pushed in at a moment's notice.
I mean, most of these wrestlers are probably like good 6'3", 6'4", well over 200, 240, 250 pounds, solid muscle. You wouldn't want to get in their way because they will end you. They will hand you your teeth, and it's like, why would you even? Roman Reigns, we might not like him, but that's a big, strong dude. I mean, you wouldn't want to stand in his way.
By the way, he would have got shit on back in the day for that blood capsule thing because all the guys paid their dues by taking that blade and slicing it on the forehead. They didn't use a fucking blood capsule like a pussy.
Yeah.
Well,
It
was
pisses me off because I could. It pisses me off because I could see him do it. Like when I went back, I was like, he absolutely just handed him that. That's exactly what just happened.
Yeah, he literally downed a couple capsules, and I was like looking, and I thought, well, if you look at when you see people getting bladed, you can tell the difference with the color of the blood, because when you look at actual blood, it's a bit darker red, and when you look at blood capsules, it looks like a bright reddish orange kind of look to it, and that's what I saw when you saw Roman Reigns' face getting punched in. That was blood capsules, plain as day.
Hey, can you all hear me?
Yeah, Mike. we can
Yes,
hear
I can.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
Mike.
Let me chime in real quick about the blood. So, with the no blood policy, are the fans just supposed to assume that, oh, that's a blood capsule, not real blood? So that's okay.
It's
You know what
kind
I'm
of weird,
saying?
you know. They say about no, they say they don't have they don't have blood on their TV show, and yet for certain occasions, like, oh yeah, we'll have it for this occasion, and then when they show flashbacks of it, it's always fucking black and white, whether it's real blood or not.
It's got to be a blood capsule.
It had to have been.
So I know that's what I'm saying. So they only allow them to use the blood capsule. So
Yeah, but
is that to say that, well, we can use fake blood and the fans are going to know that it's fake blood compared to real blood?
what about that time when Brock Lesnar got his head split open last year at Hell in a Cell with Undertaker? That was he really did get his head split open.
Back in the day, you're talking about Blade, guys like Harley Race, and they had it down to an art where they would really punch each other in the eyebrow or the eyebrow bone and actually bust themselves out.
What about that? Yeah, what about that time when Eddie Guerrero got blasted
That's
in the
like
face?
the least toughest part of your skin is in your face area.
Right.
But with the blood cat, like, I'd be fine if if I didn't see it happen. I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, I know a couple weeks when, like a month or so ago, when Sheamus got busted open, I don't think there was a blade job on that one. I think he legitimately got busted open because he flew into that post and got his fucking shit split open.
Yeah, his head got caught big time with that ring post. He really did collide with that.
Back in the day, if you ever wondered why all the wrestlers had long hair, it's because they would whip their hair over their face and they would cut their vein above their eyebrow, with their hair over their face, and that was a common trick. That's why they all grew their hair long, because they said that red turned to green, which meant you bleed, you get paid more, and that was their philosophy, back in the day on wrestling. But the thing about the blood, WWE is probably like really, really careful about. They don't want to be around blood being spilled because of whatever diseases and shit from the blood. So they probably just, it's like HIV and stuff. So they want to be really super careful about HIV and stuff spreading like that. So
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that whole thing about what you were just pointing out there, Gemini. There was this part where if you remember that wrestler, that indie wrestler, it goes by the name of Hannibal, and he
Yes.
contracted that blood disease, and it turned out the guy he got it from was that big fat dude. What's his name?
Abdullah.
Yeah,
Abdullah.
that guy, and he's in the Hall of Fame too. So
Yeah, Abdullah, his thing was he supposedly was cutting a bunch of people open with his knife, and supposedly he caused Hep C to that independent wrestler because he never cleaned his knife properly, and that was I don't know, that spoiled me on Abdullah the Butcher getting in the WWE Hall of Fame because I had heard that.
He tore the razor blades apart and taped them around his fingertips, and he did that for over 50 years. Can you imagine the types of disease that he spread over the course of his career? I mean, he's wrestled since like the early 60s and was still doing it into his 70s.
Yeah, well, Abdullah,
Imagine.
Abdullah the Butcher, he would spread his blood, with the other wrestlers' blood, and that's when things kind of start getting sketchy. So in a way, I'm okay with the blood capsule because no one got HIV, and I'm sure that WWE was being careful because if they did do real blood and one of the wrestlers came back and said this guy caused me HIV, then they would be in a lot of trouble. But the fan caught the capsule on camera. WWE didn't know a fan was going to be sitting there with a cell phone recording thing, posting on the internet.
The reason why Cannibal was never signed was because he did have, so all of them have blood work done before they're brought into the company. I mean, look at the In Your House match between Bret Hart and British Bulldog. That was a bloodbath.
We used to blade back then, though.
Look how much blood was spilled in that match during the PG era too. I mean, that was PG, and
they
blood everywhere.
They used to blade, though. I mean, Ric Flair was the master blader. I mean, Ric Flair openly on camera at WrestleMania 8, he got fined $15,000 because he bladed openly on camera versus the Macho Man. It's a different time. I don't know if HIV was as big of an epidemic, but WWE doesn't want to take a chance on that shit now and spread blood around. But I don't know, because I think guys like the guy was talking about Brock Lesnar and Undertaker at Hell in a Cell, they were blading. Undertaker blades all the time. I mean, he legit blades. I don't think the Undertaker's doing a blood capsule. It's weird.
He's always had a no blood policy.
It's pussy shit.
Like the match between Piper and Hart at WrestleMania 7, the no blood policy was in effect then, and when Hart busted himself open in that match, they went backstage and said it was an accident. So he actually got away with that because they convinced Vince to say, oh, it was an accident, I busted myself open, and Vince bought it. So the no blood policy, it's been in effect for well over 25 years. I mean, it's nothing new. But the reason why they're using blood capsules, I have no idea. It's just being a pussy. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they got caught. But they got caught by the internet wrestling fans, and we're a small minority. I bet you most wrestling fans watching that probably didn't go on the internet and see that it was a capsule. They probably thought that, he cut his head open with a real knife. So a lot of people didn't catch that. Just the internet wrestling fans.
Oh, by the way, thank you so much for going to video in the afternoon. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's fine here.
We're glad you're here. Finally, Mike. Finally.
Oh, I seen the invite. It said like 2:30 p.m. I was like, oh. What? I was confused. I was like, did I say 2:30 a.m. or? But yeah.
Well, we'll have more in the afternoon, but it'll probably be on the weekends.
Yeah. I'm off every other weekend.
Maybe during spring break in the afternoon. Who knows?
Yeah, I work like 7 to 7. When I get home, I get in by like around 9 p.m. or something like that. I'm dead. That's why I'm ending. But
You should bring a sign to WrestleMania this time, Gemini.
You think? I it's like, man, it's such a pain in the ass though, dragging on the airplane and lug it all the way on the bus ride over there because it's way out in Arlington. I would it would be cool though. I'm hoping that I can get seen on the DVD, whatever on camera. That would be pretty epic to have YouTube people like marking out this on TV and stuff. That would be a cool deal.
Bring
So
a
you're
sign
not
that
staying
says
in a
Ambrosia
hotel?
Cat.
What?
I said bring a sign that says Ambrosia Cat.
Oh, I'd walk out.
But wait, we gotta talk some YWC logic here. And YWC logic is, hey, how come you brought a sign that said cat? How come you didn't bring a sign that said me? And then people, that's why I don't do top 10 YouTubers, because every time I do a top 10 YouTuber video, I get 100 messages that say, you didn't say my name, you didn't say my name, and people get all butthurt about it.
Yeah,
That's
because
why
they're
I don't-
bitches.
Oh shit.
Um, so you're not staying in a hotel. You're just taking a bus trip up there and then leaving.
No, I come in Friday, and I'll be in downtown Dallas Friday night, Saturday, all day, all night Sunday, or all night Saturday, and then I'll take a bus ride out to AT&T Sunday morning and watch WrestleMania, and then take the bus back to the hotel in downtown Dallas, and then head home Monday morning. So quick
Well,
trip.
it's not that bad if you make your sign at the hotel. You don't have to carry it over on the bus, and that would be it. Make your sign there.
Yeah,
Are you going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I'm going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's on
Have
Saturday.
fun with that.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm like I told you guys, I'm a big mark for the Von Erichs, and I know Kevin Von Erich's going to be there inducting the Freebirds, so that got me.
Oh
pumped.
my god. The Freebirds. Who the fuck are the Freebirds?
Man, they're legends, man. But they're
They were a
legends
damn
long
good tag team back in the day.
Why? Michael Hayes says so? Because he's like
Fuck
somebody
Michael
in the WWE?
PSA's fucking racist prick. Fucking hate that dude.
That was before I knew that then. But
Because Michael Hayes never shuts the fuck up about him.
He should
That
have.
was Dude, when I was a kid growing up, I never knew who the hell the Freebirds were. They were in WCW. I mean, they did this bad street fucking gas shit.
I remember first seeing that tag team back in, I think it was on one of them old NWA weekly shows that they had going. But also, I was only like a kid back then, so I didn't know much about the backstage stuff back in the day. I was just watching the matches as a kid, thinking, nah, this isn't so bad, but you know.
So I'm curious to you older guys. Do you remember American Males? Do you remember those guys?
Yep.
Gotta be
The
really-
name rings a bell.
I hate to admit it,
Yeah,
but I was in love with Buff Bagwell.
The American Males.
I mean, that was,
Has anybody
Yeah,
else
wasn't-
got the theme song stuck in their head yet?
American males.
Fuck that.
American males.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
WCW.
American Males.
yeah, I always thought WCW had the corniest theme songs. All of
Yeah,
them.
true, they did.
They had the corniest theme songs, but as far as like it goes in the 90s, they had the most stacked roster. And by the way, the Cruiserweight division was the backbone of that fucking company. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fuck Nash.
There was.
Fuck Kevin Nash.
True.
Well, I mean, I watched WCW. I mean, through the whole tenure. I mean, from like basically the late '80s all the way through the NWO shit. So I mean, they've always had like corny theme songs. I mean, the entire time they were an entity. You know, like when Hogan came over and had that, when he didn't have I'm a real American. I'm American made. That shit was
Yeah, they had
fucking
that one that
lame.
WCW made for them.
That he lost like 100 pounds, and I don't know.
I have a question.
Hogan lost 100 pounds?
Oh yeah, when he left WWF and went to WCW, yeah, he looked anorexic.
Well,
He was skinny.
that's my that'd be bring me back to the point that I was talking about earlier. He didn't cycle those steroids right. He wasn't on a cycle at all. He was not on a cycle at all if he dropped like that.
Right.
Well, I remember when he was in WWE, he weighed about 303 pounds. That was the build weight he had. And then when he went to WCW, he weighed about, I think it was about 286 pounds, if I was right.
Yeah. He was still like he was thin when he came back the last time in WWE when like WrestleMania 9, and then when he fought Yokozuna at King of the Ring, he was thin there. He had
Yeah.
already lost the weight, but yeah. Oh, dude,
Gemini,
I was a huge
are you
Hulkamaniac.
are you taking pictures? A lot of pictures while you're there?
Oh yeah, I'll be posting. I won't be doing any YouTube videos when I'm there, but I'll be up on my social media, the Twitter and the Facebook. It's too much work to be making the videos, so I'll make the videos when I get home, but I'll be putting all the pictures up on my social media.
Okay, well,
Oh, man, yeah. You
I
can make a
beg
documentary.
you, take a picture, a candid picture of Dean Ambrose, please,
I
just
will.
for me.
I will. I'll do a picture of Ambrose for you. I'll do a picture in front of AT&T Stadium, and like I said, my social media. I'm gonna try to meet some wrestlers and stuff at WrestleCon and stuff. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
it'll be a blast. This is number 6, so I'm hoping this will be the best one of all time. I don't know. Last year was pretty epic, so it's gonna be hard to top last year.
What WrestleManias have you been to?
16, 17, 21, 22.
17 was awesome. Oh my gosh, one of the best.
Yeah, WrestleMania
Asylum.
17, that was fucking awesome. I remember
Yeah.
watching that live on Sky Sports, and I just thought that was, for me personally, that was the best one I saw in ages. I started watching WrestleMania properly. My first full WrestleMania was WrestleMania 13. I had
Yeah,
to go get
17 was great. I could watch that over and over and over.
It was as high as they ever got. They never got higher than that. That was the pinnacle of the Attitude Era.
Mhm.
I've never watched a WrestleMania, so I'm actually only reason I'm watching it this year. Well, I have a few invested interests in a couple matches, but other than that, I've never seen it, so I want to see it.
You should see WrestleMania 3, 17. Was it 18 or 19 that was good?
WrestleMania 19. That was the one that
Yeah,
was in
19.
2003.
Yeah. Yeah.
18.
Austin's
18 was
last
good.
match.
19. Yeah.
That match, that 19 in Seattle had like 4 main events. It was stacked, and then Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar actually did a
Oh,
wrestling.
dude, that match was fucking incredible.
I
That's
was
really.
been at that Rock vs. Hogan match. Yeah.
It's funny, right? Because when you look at some of the WWE fans that complain about Brock Lesnar not doing a whole lot now, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, check out the stuff he did in his first run in WWE. You see, he's capable of doing stuff. And that
Yeah.
match at WrestleMania 19 with him and Kurt kind of shows that. Although he almost broke his neck doing that shooting star press, but
I hated
Yeah,
him.
I remember that.
By the way,
Be
I
right
have
back, guys.
By the way, I'm still looking for the fans out here that talked about Brock Lesnar and Rock being a part-timers, and they don't say shit about Triple H being a fucking champion. And Triple H is a part-timer too.
well, he's only wrestling once a year now. So it's always WrestleMania. He always shows up now. So.
Yeah, he's like,
Hey guys, let me ask y'all a question. Does anybody cover that don't watch it as much anymore? Does anyone still have the briefcase, or does no one have it?
No, Sheamus cashed it in last year. He was the one that
That's
won the Money
right.
in the Bank, and he cashed it in at Survivor Series last year, from what I heard.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hey Phil, what's up?
Hi all, hi Paul, hi all.
Hey. Just talking about stuff with wrestling, WrestleManias and all that. So, but yeah, back to when it comes to WrestleManias, as far as the first 12, I had to go and collect the anthology box set, which I got like back in 2005.
right?
So I pretty much got all the DVDs all up to 24. I stopped after 24 because that's when they started doing the PG stuff. Although I still watched them on Sky. It's just that I had other stuff going on at the time. So I watched that. 25 was good. 26 wasn't so bad. The one that had the first match with Rock and Austin, Rock was pretty good. Just to see the Rock wrestling again, I thought that was cool.
Fuck WrestleMania 29.
Yeah, WrestleMania 29. That the main event. Yeah, I wasn't too happy with that at all. I know people that likes John Cena that might have liked it that he won. That's cool, but for someone like me who's like been watching wrestling for years, Just can't get behind it. I just can't support a guy like John Cena. He just comes off as phony to me.
That twat actually won. Fucking hell.
Yes, he did. He beat The Rock at WrestleMania 29, and he had the championship. I watched it live. That kind of pissed. I don't think I was the only one either.
No, you weren't. WrestleMania 29 was a fail on all levels.
Yeah.
Other than the Shield early in the show was great, and there was a few highlights here and there. Undertaker and CM Punk was awesome, but the rest of the show really sucked.
Yeah. The match was pretty good as well. The one with Taker and CM Punk. That was going to be a good one.
Doesn't Shane coming back? I mean,
Yeah, Shane McMahon. He's
prove that they don't have that. Vince is worried about this WrestleMania. I mean, he was desperate. To me, it shows that he's desperate.
Well, he's got the injuries though too. Like with Seth Rollins being out is a big deal. Like not having Seth Rollins there, whatever on Cena, but Seth Rollins being out is a big deal.
Yeah, I like Shane is like an ace in the hole. Like,
yeah, true.
A last substitute. Like, shit, if we bring Shane back, this will help the buys.
There is one thing that's kind of worrying me about this, about the whole fact with Undertaker and Shane McMahon. There might be some kind of storyline loop where they might have Shane injured, and he has to get. Yeah, that's.
Liz has been talking about that.
Give me Sting.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing right there, Devin. Get Sting versus Undertaker. That's the match that a lot of fans want to see. Fuck me, I wanted
to see that last year, but no, last year he got buried.
Yeah, it's his first official debut match, right?
Taker will put him over.
And he loses to Triple H. I remember watching that. I was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? Guy's first match in that company that he's been dodging for years, and you do that?
And he loses. And he loses.
Yeah, exactly. He loses 2 of the 3 matches that we actually saw him compete in.
The second one is justified because Rollins is a younger guy, but the first one is really not. The first he's done way more than Triple H did, and he got buried for that shit. Like, I don't understand.
That was bullshit. What happened?
Well, remember, Sting is a WCW guy, and you guys know Vince still has his
TNA too. He won't even acknowledge TNA. He was gone for 13 years, guys. That's what happened.
Bullshit. He was in TNA, and I watched it.
Those are his best matches. I like his theme song there. Like, I liked everything he did there.
That theme song he had, and plus he was cutting really good promos in TNA.
Hey, I'm back, and hi, Phil.
Phil,
Hey, Phil.
you live?
Yeah, I just went to get something to drink.
Oh, okay. My cat was just saying hi.
Hi, cat.
Because I was AFK, so I just got back, so.
What's AFK mean?
Away from keyboard.
Oh, well. Right on.
Away from keyboard.
Can I ask you guys all you guys a question? If you've got, we'll make an even number. I'll give you 6 slots, and you can do all faces, all heels. You can do a combination of both. But in those 6 slots, who would you like to see at the top of the card, just like they used to do back in the day?
Oh, they said 6 slots.
Yeah, 6 slots too.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I was thinking get Bray Wyatt a title push. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the main title. Just give him a title.
The Hulkster, man. The Hulkster.
Well, Triple H did say he was open to getting Hogan back in. I
want to see him back, dude. Look, I love Hulk Hogan.
You know what? I understand what he did. I understand it's the N-word, and well, the way he said it, I didn't really appreciate it. But you can't delete history, and that's what they did. They're retards. That's why their Hall of Fame doesn't mean anything.
They basically did a Chris Benoit on Hogan.
Yeah, but Chris Benoit's is justified because he...
Yeah, I'm not arguing that one. I definitely agree with, what he did was fucked up.
Well, there's evidence, though. There's evidence, though, that...
Owen and China should have been in there a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, China's been trying to get in there, but every time she tried to call the WWE, remember that? I don't know if you guys saw that YouTube video where she had a lawyer with her, and all of a sudden, when they said who it was on the phone, the receptionist turns around and says, "Oh, we're not dealing with this person. Bye," and then hung the phone up.
China stopped running her mouth all the time. And maybe.
Yeah.
Nah, it's Stephanie and Triple H.
Well, right.
Yeah,
That's what it stems back to, because he was fucking Stephanie while he was with China, and then Stephanie, I don't even think ever really liked China, so Stephanie's not letting it happen because she's a prima donna bitch.
Right, and we know these stories because China always talks about it.
Yeah, China, because the game, the reason why China will be in the Hall of Fame. okay, I'm done with that. But basically, Triple H, China is not gonna be in the Hall of Fame because she does porn. I'm still waiting for Sunny.
Because she has a bit smaller nose than I do. Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's just mad that China was more jacked than he was.
Hey, Devin.
That is true.
True.
Devin, my picks for that would be Dean Ambrose. You said the 6 that I would like to see on top. Okay, and this isn't in any particular order except Dean Ambrose is number 1. Okay, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Cesaro. I don't even know if there's 6 that I want at the top, but definitely those 3. Let's see. Name some other people, and I'll tell. Oh, Del Rio. I don't mind him being up
my
there.
top picks in there too. Bray Wyatt's one of them. Dean Ambrose. Better get Cesaro in there.
I need 2 more for my top 6.
If Tyson Kidd wasn't injured, I'd say him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And if he wasn't retired, and this may be a controversial one, I'd say Daniel Bryan. He got fucked over, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a huge Daniel Bryan fan. I like some of the matches that he was involved in, but I just think it was just very shady how he gets cleared by 2 professional doctors, and all of a sudden the third one says, "No, that's it. You're not getting in."
You know who could have been ready for the top if they didn't fuck him over all the time?
Go on.
Is Cody Rhodes. If he wasn't always given some stupid ass gimmick, or they allowed some of his really good gimmicks to go on, he could be at the top. Not as Stardust, but as Cody
Ditch
Rhodes.
the Stardust character.
And Damian Sandow could be on the top too.
Yeah, Damien Sandow. Yeah, I agree.
Dashing Cody Rhodes was the best thing ever. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that gimmick.
Oh, and of course Randy Orton, but hey, he doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants to be a part-timer. So,
I don't blame him. They weren't treating him right before he left, and he just said fuck him.
Watching Dean Ambrose at the pay-per-view, I honestly think he tried so hard to be like Roddy Piper. The facial expressions, everything, dude. Roddy Piper made it over.
if you're going to emulate somebody, that's a good choice, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, but
agreed.
Too bad he don't have the mic skills.
What?
Not a Roddy Piper. He ain't no Roddy Piper.
Excuse me, right there.
Hey.
Hey.
Ambrose, hey, I like Dean. He comes from the same town I come from. You're just,
I'm going to grab you a bag of popcorn. I'll be right back.
How could you say that Dean Ambrose doesn't have the mic skills?
I said of Roddy Piper. Of Roddy Piper.
He's not. He's saying he's not on the same level as Roddy Piper.
Okay, but he could be. Give it time.
How much time are we gonna need? Roddy Piper came out of the box with his mic skills. I mean, that's awesome. I like Dean, but the same.
Go stand in the corner. Stand in the corner, Mike.
Oh, and actually, he got his nickname, the Lunatic Fringe, from a radio station. It's like the main radio station around here in Cincinnati, WBN, called Lunatic Fringe of American FM. That's where he got his nickname from. Actually, like, I know that stuff's not.
Well, we will agree to disagree because I think that Dean Ambrose, you know what though, seriously, it's not fair that we compare these wrestlers to wrestlers that have already made their mark. I mean, like Dean Ambrose is Dean Ambrose. Roddy Piper is Roddy Piper. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, the other thing I was saying was that his mannerisms in the ring remind me of that of Roddy Piper. That's all.
What do you think of Roddy Piper, Gemini?
Oh, huge fan. I followed Piper's whole career. I love Roddy Piper.
Guy's a legend.
He has two
And that's
movies coming
and
out.
those are the guys I grew up watching.
Yep, me
Like,
too.
how can you compare WrestleMania 20 anything to like WrestleMania 7? Like,
You can't.
I mean, you can't.
WrestleMania 7 was, for me, that was my favorite WrestleMania of all time.
Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man's career match, to me, is the greatest story of all time.
It was tremendous.
That was
That
like
was
a
a
match
cool match.
that made you choke up. You know, as a kid, I was choked up.
The whole
People in the
show.
crowd crying. Like, you don't have that shit today. None of these guys are near as good as those guys were.
Like I said, though,
Wrestling fucking sucks.
WrestleMania 7, that's my all-time favorite WrestleMania, man. That's what I grew up when I was a kid.
Oh, I emulated, like, when Hawk was, like, bleeding, like, half side of his face. Like, as a kid, I emulated that forever, dude.
Everybody
Like,
did. Different time, now.
I'd get, like, blood, like from, like, half side of my head, and have blood run down half side of my face, like Hawk did when all of us wrestling shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Good old days.
that was my favorite
one
time.
of the matches that I enjoyed that Ultimate Warrior was in was the match he was in at WrestleMania 6 when it was him and Hogan for the title.
That was
That was a pretty.
heartbreaking, man. That broke my heart.
That was a pretty cool match because it kind of
It
forced
was.
fans to pick a side.
Let me tell you the like how smart they were in that match. Like, if you ever watch, like, the part where they were going to crisscross, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, the whole point of that match was say, hey, these guys are equal powered. You know, no one's stronger than the other. You know, no one's faster than the other. Blah blah. Well, during that crisscross, notice, like, who dropped to their chest, and the other person ran over their back. It was Hogan. The bigger man dropped and allowed Warrior to hop over him to sell the fact that Warrior was just as big as he was.
Yeah.
Even though, although in reality, Hogan was like 40 more pounds heavier and several inches taller. Like, you know, that is great. What's the word?
Psychology.
Ring psychology at its finest.
Well, they had to do. You got to remember that match in Toronto, WrestleMania 6. You had two big guys in the ring too. Both guys were at least probably like 280, 290. Neither one of them was going to get on the mat and do a technical wrestling match. So they had to buy a lot of time in that match with a lot of theatrics and stuff because it wasn't going to be a technical wrestling match. But that as a kid was one of my all-time favorite wrestling matches.
Right. And why can't the guys do that shit today? Like,
because Vince won't let them.
Because it's pussified.
You know, it's more about cutting edge now, and it's more about fast-paced, quicker, more athletic, less storytelling.
Aren't we bored of that?
Talking.
There's a lot more talking in wrestling now than there was back in the day. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know about that because they used to let the interviews. They used to let the wrestlers always have interviews when they were going to live events and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, those interviews back then were actually worth watching, and they kept you glued to see what the hell was going to happen next. And most of these now,
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, but most of it now, though, it's just, you know, it's just
garbage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every time Raw starts, it's 30 minutes of fucking talking, and I remember during the times that I grew up watching it, they used to have talk, but there'd always be some kind of altercation to show how hardcore some of these storylines were going, and you know.
Complacency.
Yeah. It's just not there anymore.
I don't know though. You know, if you think about it though, in retrospect, like it's not there, but they make more cash than they ever did back when we used to love wrestling so much, even though we hate it. Think about it. If they're successful, how the hell do they make so much money if they're not successful with what they're doing, you know? That's the question.
Because they got their hand in more things, that's all. But they're riding off the success that they made in the past.
I mean, Mania last year drew, just the live gate was like $12 million. I mean, that's insane. $12 million gate. I mean,
and they're riding off the success that they got from the past. They use nostalgia for WrestleMania. That's always the selling point for the biggest part.
Yeah, they just, it's hard for me to say they're not successful, because if they weren't successful, they would be like,
they are successful. Absolutely.
Be out of business. You know, all the other WWE was so successful that they put all the other wrestling companies out of business by underhanded tactics. So
right.
It's like
because they've got their hand in more pots, and for them to be able to do that, it's from the success that they built on in the past. You know, it's like a Walmart. You know, Walmart started from one store, then they built and they built, and then they got their hands in more pots. You know, or any company, a company that produces things for different types of like a place that might make car batteries, but then they might make toys as well. You know.
Yeah, it's all about marketing and merchandising these days.
Right. It's everywhere. They got the internet.
Yeah.
Everything.
The internet is huge too for WWE, especially on Twitter. Twitter is a big deal for WWE.
Yeah, true that.
Imagine though if they had the success they did back in the late 90s or the late 80s, and they had what they have today to sell it.
Yeah, I mean, if the internet was around back then, who knows how big these companies would have ended up back then, you know?
How much more successful can they be than they are right now?
I mean, what do you do when you make all kinds of money? I mean, just make more money because there's nothing else to do.
What if they have the product they had today and put it back in 1995? They would go out of business.
They probably would have went bust, yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do it in 95 because Vince was just coming off his steroid trial, so they had to really, really tone it down with cartoon characters in 95.
Yeah,
well,
and plus...
Let's say their peak period. Let's put the product they have today, they're in one of their peak periods. And at a time where they needed it. Say when WCW had all the talent and they had the product they have today, they'd be out of business.
1987 was their peak period right after WrestleMania 3, and they had to run
1999 maybe.
They had to run a more adult program in 1987, you know, because they were hungry and they were trying to sell their product. Now they don't sell it anymore. It's a proven commodity.
They were still PG back then.
They say PG, but if you look at the way it all...
I watch that shit on Saturday mornings.
Everybody did. I mean...
Right. Sunday mornings, too.
Yeah, I mean, the product sucks for us now. I mean, it sucks for all the fans. And the only reason why we watch now is because it used to be good, in my opinion, which is really sad. It should be good now, so we keep watching, but we keep coming back hoping it will be good again one day.
I mean, sometimes you get the occasional match that you see as of late that turns out to be pretty good, and they're usually the first or second match on the card, but the majority of the matches after that, when you watch them, they're just not as good, or they end up being just total shit. And then you have a main event that most people don't want to bloody see, or somebody that they don't like in the main event they don't want to see, you know?
Wait, well, I mean, let's define main event, though. Like, a main event on a Raw or a pay-per-view used to be a match that would sell the tickets to the show. They've gotten away from that because, guess what? Like, back in the day when Hogan wrestled Andre at WrestleMania, that was the match that drew all the people in the Silverdome that set the tennis record. Now their philosophy is, we don't need a main event match to sell all the tickets. We'll just put a decent card throughout the show. So there is no true main event. If you have Strowman and Big Show in the main event on a Monday Night Raw, they're not trying to sell it with the main event.
Yeah.
So the logic of a main event match is really out the window. Look at WrestleMania 24 when you put Edge and The Undertaker out last. You know, what was it, 24? They put Edge and The Undertaker out last, but they could have easily put Flair and Michaels out last. So what was the true main event? Was it Flair and Michaels and Flair's retirement match, or was it Edge and The Undertaker fighting for a very
A lot
world
of people
heavyweight?
would say Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair because it was Ric Flair's pretty much the last match at that point.
What about WrestleMania 18? Rock and Hogan? That wasn't the main event.
No, that wasn't. No, it wasn't the main event. But that was. But a lot of people went into that like it was a main event because it was a pretty big fucking deal back then to see Rock and Hogan in the same ring ready to go at it.
And it should have been the main event.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. It should have been a main event, but instead you had fucking Chris Jericho and Triple H in the main event.
Triple H, yeah.
They failed because the crowd had nothing left after Rock and Hogan.
Yeah.
They failed.
That's why they sell the point that there's numerous main events. Yeah. Kind of like, you know, what you're
I can
saying.
tell you, in 24, they had the triple threat match. It was Orton, Cena, and Triple H, and that match went on in the middle of the card. That match could have gone on last, you know, but
basically they flip-flopped the card. Like, the last match of the cards here lately, it should be the fucking curtain jerk.
anyways, guys, I got to get out of here. It's been nice talking to y'all.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. We enjoyed having you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kat, I'll hook up with you. Look, you guys have a good one.
Okay, you too.
You too.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he's really knowledgeable.
Oh,
I
yeah,
enjoy
definitely.
listening to him. Are Dev and Mo coming back?
I think Diva has an
An
emergency.
emergency phone call, yeah.
Yeah.
What
I'll
about
see.
Mo?
Yeah, I'll see if.
Yeah, I noticed Monique dip, but I don't know why.
Yeah, another WrestleMania 25, Shawn and The Undertaker.
Oh yeah, that was the first of two matches they were going to have back to back for those 2 years.
I want to tell the viewers that you probably are already familiar with him, but if not, go check out Gemini's awesome channel. Vincent is known as Gemini, and he has a channel, and he's got a lot of views, a lot of subscribers, and as you can tell, he's very knowledgeable about wrestling, and it's enjoyable just listening to, what he knows. So if you're not already familiar with him, check out his channel. I'm just honored that he came to visit us today.
It's pretty cool. I'll check out the channel when I get a chance.
Not too bad for a Cena fan.
Oh, fuck that. I'm kidding.
Hey, if you like I said, man, if you like Cena, that's cool.
Nah, I don't
He's-
give a shit.
He's one of those reasonable, intelligent Cena fans. That's the thing.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was finding it weird. He was agreeing with how Cena was that they have to protect Cena like they're doing with Roman Reigns right now. So
Yeah, I was worried that I was gonna get an earful because I didn't like Cena, but
But, it's cool how this topic brings us all together. I mean, honestly, I don't know some of you at all, and yet I can talk to you about this as if, I've known you for a while.
These are cool people. We have cool people on the Asylum. We really do.
yeah, unlike the other Cena fan that I was dealing with, but it doesn't matter anyway. So
okay.
Is Mo coming back? Did you get a hold of her?
yeah, she hasn't responded. So
Well, she has to come here. Tell her she has to come here so she can hear the love song.
well. Yeah, she'll be back in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Philip, you haven't said much.
I was just listening to the wrestling talk. I'm not that educated on WWE and that. The last time I watched it was back in like 2001 when I was 11. Back when it was
Back when it was good.
Yeah, back when it was decent, and I sort of stopped following it after that. And in a way, I'm pretty glad I have. If it's
Well, Phil,
degraded.
I think a lot of people did.
The Ruthless Aggression era from 2002 to 2008 was pretty good. That was good times as well.
Wish I saw that.
Both you, I'll tell you what, Paul and Philip, both of you are giving me great ideas to watch on Netflix over there at those movie groups. Thank you for that.
Oh, that's cool. Glad to help. What's up, Devin?
Welcome back,
What up,
Deb.
man?
Welcome back.
What's up?
Just telling Phil about Ruthless Aggression era because he watched it from 2001, but kind of lost track afterwards.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and Devin, we were talking about how Gemini was a Cena fan, but he was agreeing with everything we were saying earlier, unlike the other Cena fan. You know where I'm going with that.
Oh, so Gemini was a Cena fan? Or is
Yeah.
a Cena fan?
He
Yeah,
is, but
okay,
he is
well-
a very nice, reasonable, educated, intelligent Cena fan.
Well, at least he knows then. Did he have to go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
Mo
I
left
was
too, I
glad
think.
he
It looks like.
fine.
Yeah, she'll be back though.
Okay.
Yeah, unlike the other, you know where I was going with that, right?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with that. Well, oh, he does charity. Fuck off.
You know the point that Jim and I made about the card, like I said, the internet before he went off, it's almost like they flip-flopped the card, like where they used the opening match to really get you into it, and like the end match, everyone shit on.
I don't think what else was going on.
For those of you that I haven't already told, Roddy Piper has 2 movies coming out.
Does he?
Yeah, there was this movie that I saw where I guess it's about a wrestler. I don't know what part he has in it, but there's that science fiction that's like a Cthulhu movie.
Hold on, I'll look it up
It's
on the
gonna
movie
be
base.
released. Can't
Check
wait
on the
till
movie
that
database,
comes out.
see what they're doing. Yeah, I was watching the last video you guys did, which I wasn't able to get to last night, which is a bummer. But you guys are talking about Deadpool, and one of you mentioned about something about a They Live sequel.
Yeah, somebody said that. I forget who though.
How the fuck is that gonna work?
That was Remington.
Yeah,
I
I know.
believe.
I'm just wondering how in the fucking hell are you gonna have a sequel for They Live?
Could be a war between the humans and the aliens. That's all I can think of, really, since they got discovered at the end.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I found the 3 movies that he's currently in. There's one film coming out called Betting on Baker, which is out this year. There's another one called The Masked Saint later this year, and then you got another film that's out next year where he's playing a character called Murphy called The Chair.
No, there's also another one where he's this janitor in a building where there's a portal to Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, I see it.
The
Portal to
basement.
Hell. I see it. It's a short though.
No, they made a movie out of the short.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got the information here. I'll put it in the chat box. There you go. What's up? That's the right one.
See, that's the one that I'm really looking forward to, Portal to Hell.
I'll have to have a look at this one when it comes out.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a short adventure comedy. It says on the description thing.
Have you ever seen Same as Below or something? It's something about like these people that take this journey into like the French caverns or something like that.
As above,
And-
so below.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's that.
And it was pretty. I didn't like the ending of it. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, the fucking ending was shallow. I mean, you watch the movie and you're thinking, man, this is some really creepy shit, and everything's going
was
cool.
creepy.
Yeah, it was. And then the ending to me fucking ruined it. If it's supposed to be a found footage movie, right? Found footage movies by common rules means nobody made it out alive. That's the whole purpose of a found footage movie. These guys made it out, and the ending felt shallow for me. It kind of defeats the purpose of the whole thing about it being a found footage movie, because it means that they might have just given it to a fucking film studio or some shit like that if it was that kind of thing. But by nature, found footage movies means They found a tape because they couldn't find any bodies or anything like that. I mean, look at those Spanish horror films. Record, they were found footage. Look at the remake for it, Quarantine. Same thing. The original Cannibal Holocaust and the remake they did for it called Welcome to the Jungle, they were found footage. Because
So are those ones that like they film them as a documentary, but like this weird creepy shit happens?
Yeah, like Blair Witch.
Oh, okay.
Like that, you know, that's the whole purpose of found footage, is that they found the footage, but they didn't find who left it there.
The ending to that film is...
By the way, I'm very ashamed of one movie. Has anyone heard of You're Next?
Yes.
That was filmed in my state, and that movie was terrible. It was filmed in Columbia. It was filmed in Columbia, Missouri, where Missouri University is, and that was a god-awful movie.
Wait a minute. Was that the one where the family was in the house and then
they got those guys with the animal masks.
I thought that woman was badass. She was like the hero that, like.
I thought the movie was pretty good, but you know, there is like a mixed bag when it comes to people who like or hate the film.
Well, the thing is what I liked was
boring
the
when
portrayal
it
of the
start.
woman. I thought that the portrayal of the woman was really good. I mean, it was like, you know, she was reluctant. You know what I mean? But she used what skills she had to survive, and she was literally trying to help those people. So I just really liked the way her character unfolded. I thought it was an interesting film.
It has some pretty interesting death scenes too. I will give it that.
Yes, yes.
Like that
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I only made it like 20 minutes in, and it was super slow. So maybe I should go back and watch the rest of it. But I promise you, it bored the fuck out of me in the first 20 minutes. I was like, God, somebody fucking die.
The first 20 minutes of the film, Devin, it does become a slow burner, but when the first initial shit happens, then it starts picking up.
I just wanted somebody to get cut the fuck up. That's what I wanted.
Oh, you'll see plenty of that. You see plenty of that when it happens.
But horror films should always sometimes build up, because if it goes all out to begin with, then all the cards are on the table.
Hey, welcome back, Monique.
That's true. I should have been patient with it, because a lot of the Halloween movies kind of like they'll show like one killing like at the very beginning, but then they'll go back and like kind of build it up again, and you won't see another one for like the next 40 minutes or so. So yeah, you're right. I should be more patient with it. I'll watch it again today and see and watch it.
I mean, there are some films as well. Sometimes they'll do like a complete change in the tone shift. One film recently guilty of that, and Phil will back me up on this one. The Green Inferno.
That is the tonal shift in that is a complete disappointment. It's like, how can you go from a horrific foray into cannibalism and then turn it into like a comedy with fart jokes? It just doesn't work.
What movie was that?
The Green Inferno. It's a new horror film that was directed by Eli Roth.
Is that on Netflix?
I think so.
Okay, that's how I watch all my horror. Like,
no, it isn't. It's on demand. You have to pay for it.
Oh, I was gonna say. By the way, I know we've talked about this before, but Jack Frost was garbage.
Is that one with the killer snowman?
Yes. Monique's favorite is Candyman.
Oh my gosh.
Candyman's a good film. I like that. Sequel. The part 2 was alright. Part 3, I don't know, but the first one's a classic. You can't beat it.
I never watched it. All I know is some black dude, just the Candyman. You're not supposed to say it 4 times in the mirror.
5 times. You say his name in the mirror 5 times, you're pretty much fucked. The curse thing.
Yeah, so shut up.
Candyman. I'm dead.
By the way, I know a lot of people think that these movies are weird, but I really like the Silence of the Lambs movie, like the
the Hannibal Lecter movies, yeah.
I didn't like the series, but I like that one. I feel like other episodes ruined it, but I feel like...
What was the one that it showed like why he is how he is?
Hannibal Rising.
Yeah, that one was... I didn't really like that one. I mean, it was bloody enough for me, but it was just weird. I was like, I don't like this. And I like Silence of the Lambs besides Buffalo Bill's creepy ass. It's not often that you see like 2 bad guys in the same movie. Like,
yeah.
I like that. I like that feel. It's 2 different stories, but they're kind of tied together.
There are 4 movies, 5 if you count Manhunter, because that was came out in '86. But if you want to do it in chronological order, watch them all. then it goes like this. It would be Hannibal Rising, Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, and then Hannibal.
Well, Red Dragon was a remake of Manhunter.
Yes, it was.
I prefer Manhunter over. Actually, Manhunter's my favourite out of all of them. I just like
Red Dragon sounds like a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That's why they had to change the title back then. Because
Also, my favorite tag team today.
It just wasn't good.
The way they did the Red
with the guy in
Dragon.
the wheelchair and like the
Yeah.
fucked up face.
Yeah, that was Mason Verger on Hannibal, played by Gary Oldman. His face got all fucked up because Hannibal
Well,
Lecter.
listen,
Gave him a piece of hair.
Yeah.
They had characters from the Red Dragon movies and all those Hannibal movies in the TV series Hannibal.
Yeah.
And Mason Verger was in it. They did different things. It didn't copy it exactly. It was like a new creative, retelling of it. They had Mason Verger and they had the Red Dragon, and the guy that played the Red Dragon and the way they did it was awesome. If you ever get the chance, go on Netflix, check it out, because that was fantastic. And I never thought that anybody could make a better Hannibal than Anthony Hopkins. Check out this Hannibal on the show Hannibal. Oh,
Yeah, and they canceled the TV show now.
I know, and I'm mad because it was so good. I loved it.
Sucked. That sucked that they canceled it, man. I was just like, what? And that's the thing that kind of annoys me. It seems like if there's a TV show that I like watching, and all of a sudden they cancel it, and I'm like, oh, you fuckers. I'm sure you guys have had TV shows that you guys liked, and they get canceled.
Californication and Weeds. Fuck off. They canceled that shit. I was pissed. I was like, God damn it.
Okay, for me then, the ones that they pissed me off with when they canceled would be the remake of V, Terminator Sarah Chronicles, Jericho, post-apocalyptic TV show, and Revolution, the one where all the power goes out. I really enjoyed that show.
Y'all like Better Call Saul?
I've seen like some of the episodes. They're alright.
Yeah. And
how's American Horror Story? I know, I like the fact that it's different every time, but I only watched the first episode of the first season. I really wanted to go to the one where the clown was, but I was like, then I'm gonna miss so much.
I love that show. That show is so awesome. I mean, you could start a brand new. You don't have to catch up because they're all different storylines each season.
Yeah, each one's different.
So you would only have to go as far back as the beginning of that season that had the clown.
Was that 4 or 3?
It's Freak Show. What you need to do is you need to look up American Horror Story Freak Show.
Hold on, Devin. I'll give you the Wikipedia info so you can have a look. I'll put it in your Facebook chat box here, man.
Okay, sounds good.
Glad they never canceled Breaking Bad. I watched that series like 3 times.
You want to hear something crazy? I've never seen that show.
I love that show. God,
I've never even seen Game of Thrones, and people think I'm fucking crazy because I've never watched one episode of that.
Oh God, you got to.
I have a lot of catching up to do, unfortunately. I literally have to go and grab the box set of the first 5 seasons. Because they're on season 5 now, or 6, aren't they? Something like that. Pretty sure they're on their 5th season when it comes to Thrones. Alright, Devin, the Wikipedia info on American Horror Stories right there on your private chat box.
He dropped out.
Oh, shit. Well, you'll see it in there if he looks. It's on his Facebook. Okay, guys. Let's favorite TV show that you enjoyed from start to finish. It could be old or recent. Go on.
Twin Peaks.
Monique?
Sorry about that. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying, Devin, I just left the Wikipedia info to that TV show on your Facebook chat, and we're just saying what our favorite TV shows are. Which one?
Okay. Sorry. If I interrupted somebody, I apologize. Go ahead.
Nah, sorry. But we'll go on Monique. Continue.
The Walking Dead.
Oh, fucking hell! You like The Walking Dead too? That's cool. I love that show. I've never dare miss it.
They're doing a remake of Twin Peaks, by the way.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of redos of shows that were like it's been popular on Netflix, and they're recreating them. Like Prison Break, they're redoing Prison Break too.
Another TV show that I liked, but it's not around anymore because it ran its course, was Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah,
God,
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah.
I watched that too. That is no Breaking Bad either, but that, I think it ran its course. Yeah, it went on a couple seasons too long.
Yeah, I got all 7 seasons on the box set. But the one thing I noticed about each season, and I'm sure you guys will spot this, each season got progressively more and more darker.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first one was kind of lighthearted, then the second one was kind of changing its tonal shift. But then by the time it got to season 7, it was just like, holy shit, no one's getting out of this.
That's how Breaking Bad was, like how it basically turned in that Heisenberg, his alias, and turned into like this big drug kingpin. He started out as a chemist high school teacher, and he got cancer, and he's wanting to leave money for his family before he dies, and he's like this genius, and he ends up becoming this big drug kingpin. It makes like this 99% pure crystal meth, and like it gets fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I definitely need to check out that TV show. I really do. I know the show's not around anymore, but I'll have to try and pick up the box set. You see, there's a few shows that I have seen, and there's a few that I don't know, never got around to seeing, or I can't see because I don't have Netflix.
The most popular characters on TV shows these days are gray characters. Like what's his name from Sons of Anarchy, the main character. He's this bad guy, but he's got this likable side to him, where like you cheer for him, even though he's this evil bastard at the same time. He's just murderer. And I think those are the type of characters that people are drawn to these days, are these gray characters.
Yeah, you gotta have not all characters are like 100% good. Even though they are good guys, they have like a really dark side.
Guy murders his mom, and you still cheer for him.
Yeah, like look at Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. He starts off as a good guy, but then when really messed up shit happened, he actually just slipped into that dark side of him that came out. Especially when Laurie died, and he just literally went in that prison block and just single-handedly wiped out all the zombies. And the same shit happened at the start of that mid-season that recently when that family got chewed up and Carl's eye got fucking blasted out, and he literally just goes on a rampage.
Yeah, Rick be going crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not into this whole zombie craze, so I have refused to watch that show.
Same here.
Same here.
Man.
Yeah.
I watched the video game. Jacksepticeye played it. It's like called from that company something
Telltale Games. Yeah.
Telltale Games. I love that. I got into that.
Yeah, the thing about me is that I'm just a sucker for anything that's got zombies. Whether it's a movie, video game, comics, Phil will know this. But
as much as I'm going to sound like a... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go on. You say what you're going to say, man, and I'll carry on.
I was going to say, I'm about to sound like a 13-year-old girl here, but my guilty pleasure is The Vampire Diaries, because that fucking show is sick as fuck. I mean, it's not just fucking love and vampire and shit. It's like badasses beating the shit out of each other, ripping hearts out, cutting heads off and shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, I like this show.
I used to like True Blood, and I watched True Blood from beginning to end, but I gotta tell you, towards the end of True Blood, it just got so silly and stupid and embarrassing. But at first, it was really, really good.
Here's the thing, right? My mom, she loves vampire movies and TV shows like you just mentioned, True Blood. It's funny because she's into vampires and I'm into zombies. It's funny, isn't it?
Do y'all read the Walking Dead comics? Because I do.
Yeah, I read the comics way before the TV show was even around. I remember picking up the first.
I just like a year ago, I started reading them. They're really, it's better than a TV show. TV show is still good, but it's like more, gory and graphic and everything.
Yeah, the comic books are way more graphic than the TV show. I mean, don't get me wrong, the TV show is pretty gruesome and pretty hardcore. But what happens in the comics? It's just that spin-off TV series they did as well. That's not too bad. I mean, I know it's a slow burner so far, but I'm pretty sure the second season will start picking up.
Fear
Of
of
that
the
Fear of the
Walking
Walking Dead.
Christian had to step out because he's getting ready to. His birthday was the other day, and he's celebrating his birthday now with his family. So he had to step out, but he said later if we're still on, he might come in.
Oh, that's fair enough, man. That's fair. But yeah, TV shows like that, and I'm thinking season 2 might pick up big time because I know the first season of that Fear of the Walking Dead was more like them going back to literally the beginning and showing you how everything went downhill in terms of how the outbreak started. So I reckon it will start picking up in season 2. Oh, and as for that Ash versus Evil Dead cat, this really annoyed the fuck out of me. They do show it in the UK. Bad news is though they only have it on Virgin Media, and I don't have Virgin Media, so I'm pissed.
Oh, that bites.
I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed off in more ways than you can believe. I gotta fucking wait until it comes out on DVD. Not there's anything wrong with that, but I really wanted to watch that show. I really did.
I want to add, Renique, the type of stuff you're into, you sound like a lot of guys' dream girl. I have to say, being into the zombie comic books and everything.
She is a lot of guys' dream girl. Trust me on this.
Gosh, dang, my wife, man, my wife don't even watch TV, man. She thinks, God, really don't like wrestling or fighting or nothing. She's a bitch.
No wrestling, no UFC.
Oh, my wife's a bitch.
No, I just seen something that Phil just put up on the chat there about vampires versus zombies. Yeah, that film sucked balls.
Talk about a bait and switch.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Suck balls.
I wanted to check out that other film they've just released as well. That Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I wanted to see that. I didn't get my chance.
Well, I haven't seen it, but I bought the makeup.
Yeah, because for me it was either that or Deadpool, so I only had enough for one movie, so I thought, fuck it, watch Deadpool.
This one makeup company they made Pride and Prejudice and Zombies lip gloss set and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies eyeshadow. I bought it because the set was on sale, both of the sets, you could get both of them.
Yeah, I saw the previews for that Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and I was like, holy fucking shit. If I ever watch that movie, I'm going to stab myself in the leg repeatedly.
Yeah, but the makeup's pretty.
The makeup's cool looking, but I just don't give a fuck about the movie.
No, I don't mean the makeup like they look all zombie-ish. I mean, a makeup company made pretty feminine makeup for women, just called the Pride and Prejudice and Zombies collection.
Here's the thing, Devin. If you want to see a zombie movie that's got like a shit ton of action, you should check out this French one called The Horde. That's straight up like relentless from start to finish.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to hop off here. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Okay.
All right, man.
Alright. See you guys.
See you later. Glad you could come by, Mike. Hey, listen, I'm going to, I'm perfectly willing to stay and do an off-air hangout with you guys, but I'm going to cut out the live part right now.
Okay.
But don't leave because we can still talk. But I would like to thank the viewers and just let us know if there's any topics you would like us to talk about on any of our shows. Stopping by. And do any of you want to say anything? Plug anything? Or?
Trying to think. You have to excuse me, my mind's a little blank after.
I fuck bitches from the back.net.
No.
No.
All bitches.
I like to carve people up on Brutal Doom.
I don't know. You can follow me on Twitter, I guess.
Fuck Grand Theft Auto 5 for glitching out on me the other day. Fucking asshole.
Fucking yeah, I hate it when games do that.
Philip
Especially
and Paul have great channels to plug.
Yeah, you can catch me on my YouTube channel where I do movies and video game reviews and sometimes the occasional video game playthroughs, but I'm still trying to figure out how to get the fucking stream to work properly without it won't being fuzzy. And you can catch me every Sunday on Spreaker with me metal shows that I do every Sunday at 6 p.m. UK time, which is called the Gorehound and Metal Mamas Metal Sessions. So if you like heavy metal music, you come to the right place.
And you can find my books on Amazon under my pen name PM Thomas. One of the books you can find is Zombie Forest, PM Thomas. That was probably the easiest one to find.
And it's awesome. Read it. It's awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Really means a lot. And you can find me on Facebook, PM Thomas, author and screenwriter, and you can also follow me on Twitter under the author name PM Thomas.
Okay, well, we'll see you later. We're out of here.